Hello everyone, welcome to Lost Shipyard. I am your host, Nitsify. I am not your DM, however. Hello, welcome to the Frostbite campaign. In case you don't know, Frostbite campaign is a zombie apocalypse campaign that is heavily homebrewed by the three of us all truly, especially the DM, the guy who actually runs it. Wow, crazy. In case you do not know, this campaign is very, very much chaotic and railroady. So if you're okay with that, you're in the right place. If you're not okay with that, I don't know why you're watching still, honestly, but stick around, find out. That being said, before we get into reminders of what happened last episode, we've got a few people here to introduce. First of all, there is myself. While I have introduced my name, I have not introduced my character. I play Iva and Chi, the Lupin Librarian. We also have Shoukat Anya, who plays Chech, military medic. Heck yeah. And we have all the way off, somewhere off in Narnia currently, because he walked away because he had to go get something, is Acrid, who is our DM. He's the purple lizard.
Hi.
Okay, yeah, you can kind of hear him. Yeah, you're fine. Don't worry about it.
I'm here, man. I came back. I'm always here on time.
Right.
No one ever.
But
I was gonna say, I don't know what you mean by kind of hear him. He's right fucking here. Why are you using my hand as a headrest?
Because?
Okay.
Yeah, you get used to it after a while. Short people. Hi, Rena. That being said, in case you remember in the last episode, okay, is my cat going? Now you go. Now you leave me. Don't mess with the witch hat. Don't do it. That was like 50 bucks. Fuck around and find out, cat. Test my patience. Do it. Do it. You won't. No balls. That's what I thought. Okay. So, alright. So in case you don't remember, in the last episode, we went to go and rescue a person that Avru had heard. She had heard movement above in the second floor of the stripper hall. However, they were unable to go check it out because there was a horde problem. We're not going to get into all that. We kind of already went down. I don't want to have to re-explain all that. That was a whole separate thing. But essentially, she had heard movement upstairs. So we went to go check it out. Chi and I. Because a lot of people are injured, we didn't bring a big group. So it was just Chi, myself, and one of our snipers, which was Zena. We went up there, we found, on our way to there, we ran into a member of Morris's gang. We ran into, if I remember correctly, his name is Nya. So we ran into Nya, and we basically got him to tag along, so he's going to hopefully meet up, he's going to come with us to the library eventually to go meet up with Moros and maybe get the rest of the Badger group to assemble at the factory place of the library, counting on how we want to go about it. That's kind of the hopes. Besides that, we got up there, we got to the second floor using the hover car to avoid all the zombies, broke into the room where it was said that there may have been movement, snuck in, found out there was a tiny kitsune named Azumi who had awoken frost magic in her body. And we got her out of there, luckily. We did have a table thrown. No, it was a chair thrown at the hover car, but it's fine.
No, it was a table.
Oh, it was a table. Yeah, no, okay, yeah. It was a table, so we did have a table thrown at us, but it's fine. We're still alive. And before we were supposed to have just gotten her and then headed back, but then she was like, "Yeah, my dad." And I was like, "Your dad's alive?" She was like, "Yeah, big conspiracy guy. Yeah, might have a bunch of info." I was like, "Oh, we should head there." So
it was the other thing. She's like,
he
just told y'all stuff. She didn't know if he's alive or not.
Yeah. And the last thing that we did right before we ended off was we pulled up to the place, and there was already a bunch of frozen icicle pillars, essentially, from my understanding. My cat wants out. You picked the worst timings, cat. Guys, take it away.
Yeah, so there was icicle spires that had speared up through and kind of around different undeads that had been like, "I'm gonna go into the butcher, Bill."
I was trying to find the name of that shop.
Yeah, it was never written down.
I don't know if it was written down by Nets.
It was not written down in the things, in the lore. I did not write it down, I don't think.
Okay.
Do you remember what the name of that shop was?
Uh,
If not, you're not alone.
hold on, let me see if I wrote it down. Oh, I thought I already had Iva's sheet up. Hold up, I had everything up but Iva, of course. Iva Costa, did I write it down? I've weirdly been bad about writing stuff down with Iva, so there's a shot I didn't. Let me see. No, I did not write it down. The last thing I wrote down was Badger Gang. Now, what that is about? I have no idea. It's just Badger Gang. No explanation.
Badger Gang was in reference to the fact that we found one of the members of the Badger Gang. They weren't sure that
No, I
Moro
don't.
was alive.
No, I don't write stuff like that down for no reason. If I write a Badger Gang down, I don't write it for something like that specifically, because I know I'll remember meeting them. I wrote this down for something else. Why did I write this down?
Yeah. I was gonna continue.
Oh, okay. I thought you were just. I mentioned that's what I was writing down. I was trying to figure out what I wrote it down for, and then you bounced off that. I was just trying to tell you, no, I definitely would have not written it down for that reason.
It was probably because we were planning on going to the Badger Gang afterwards and seeing if they wanted to come with us.
That could be it. I do have an area where I do write down places to check out, which I can actually mark off Armory for that. Because we have done the Armory. Doesn't mean we shouldn't go back at some point, but... Do we still have the roll of Scotch tape? Do I still have that? And the half-used...
I mean, y'all
painter's
haven't... You haven't used it, I don't
No, I
think,
haven't.
unless you mistakenly gave it to Social.
No, I haven't given him that. I'm not gonna give him that until we get moved to the proper base.
Dude, you're like, I'm keeping the tape.
For
Because then
now.
he'll start doing shit.
Yeah, yeah. Gotta hold off a little on that. I cannot remember the butcher's name for the life of me. Did you write it down by
butcher
chance, Anya?
shop.
I know you make a bunch of notes, typically.
I am going through the video with subtitles on.
Valid. Valid.
That's fair. Okay, well...
For now, it's called the Frozen Poyo.
No, next.
Fuck.
Was
Was there even a name put out for it? No, there would have been.
Frozen Meat Butchery, I think is what it was.
No.
I don't know.
No,
I don't remember.
That doesn't sound right.
It doesn't. Reaper, help us out. Okay, bye.
River, thank you.
By the time this...
Don't matter.
I'm working on it.
May I remind you?
I'm going as fast as I can,
This is
okay? I
probably
can
a
only
one-
read so fast.
It's funny too because it's probably a one-time visit and it will not matter literally in 30 minutes. Oh man. Pickle.
Frost veins.
Ah,
Hell yeah.
there it is.
Frost vein meats.
Alright. Cool.
I'm sorry that took so long. I didn't know where in the video it was mentioned. I literally had to go from the point that we found.
That's valid. That is valid.
Just the...
Write that down, everyone. Frost vein meats.
Fuck.
Mateus.
Frostbite Mateus, I mistyped just a little. I was trying to be fancy with how I was typing it, so I wasn't typing like normal. I was like not looking at my keyboard and just slamming my fingers down to the keyboard to see if it would type right. I, in fact, did not type it right. I got frostbite though. Oh, man. Okay.
Mateus.
Frostbite Mateus. Oh, jeez.
It is now immortalized.
Huzzah!
Yes, Frostbane meats. That is where we're heading next.
Yeah, y'all are there. You guys would see. There's about 8 different spires of different probably dead creatures. They have ice spikes going through their bodies. And they're not touching the ground, so they've been left suspended, essentially, in the air.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
You can see also one of the way that you guys are also starting to you guys would see one of the more screaming types, the screechers.
Mm-hmm.
Shriekers, and the fact that y'all would be able to tell because it's got like the sides of its mouth stretch out a bit more than it should.
Yeah.
There is an ice spike going through its head, just pinning it to a wall.
Keeping the mouth closed?
Yeah, the head's frozen, so it's literally the thing of even if it's not dead, it ain't gonna get into shit.
Last time, cat.
It's also currently just hanging there off of a building. It doesn't seem to be doing anything, probably because it can't. There's still object in the way. Also, its head is frozen. So there's no dictating how recent that was.
Is the body moving?
Occasionally. So it's just kind of like the occasional wiggle of it's like, can I get out? No? Okay. Just the fucking...
She would just look at that and just... Guys,
Huh.
why is it moving?
Because its heart's still intact. Can we dissect it?
We should destroy it.
Yeah, that.
Knowing my dad, he probably froze its head and it can't do anything now. He probably didn't think to make sure it was dead.
You might not know about
You might
its
not know
weakness.
how to make sure it's dead.
Yeah.
That also. Yeah, that's also true. Wait, there. Oh, wait. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Because I didn't either. Wait, there's a guaranteed way to kill them.
Hit the heart.
Oh.
Set them on fire or destroy the heart.
Yeah, fire too.
Oh.
That's also really good. We should make flamethrowers. Oh, that would be nice.
Oh, that's the. Okay, so I'm not too helpful.
I mean, you're useful.
I
in a
mean,
different
an
way.
ice spike through the heart is just as useful.
Okay, then yeah, y'all really want to recruit my dad.
Not to mention, with what you did to that boy,
I froze it shut.
It's good defense.
you're very helpful. Don't ever let anyone tell you otherwise.
Also, I don't know about this. She would motion to like the glowing on her arm. She goes, I didn't cause this. Also, she has some lightly under her right eye. Like snowflakes are like coming down off of her. She was like, I didn't cause those. I don't know what started that.
Doesn't Pinky have something like that on his back?
Maybe?
Wasn't there like a tattoo thing? Me as a player. Wasn't there a fucking tattoo thing on him? Wasn't there
There
literally
was a
like
brand to prevent him from being able to use magic.
Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
that
I
one-
thought that was connected
that
to
was-
his arm. Okay.
You know, that one was different. That was a thing invented by the government and the military as a way
Yeah.
of blocking Arcana.
Yeah,
It's been a
she
bit,
would
so I'm
sit
trying to
there and
remember.
just... That is very much not the same.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think Iva would have fucking said that. That was me as a person asking, and I forgot to drop the voice.
You're good. It's good to
Yeah.
specify those. Yeah, so y'all just keep going. Where do y'all want to land? Do y'all want to land outside the butchery? Do you want to land on top of the butchery?
He would just look at Ozumi and just, is there a way in that you would normally use that your dad would know for a fact it's you?
Oh. There's the back door, but I don't know if he's got that open. Knowing him, it's probably frozen. I normally just walked through the front door, unfortunately, because that was the easiest way in.
Okay.
Or I went through the back door, because, again, I had a key. But I, again, don't know. We can check. If I am able to get in through that door, there's a likely possibility he won't be hostile immediately.
So we'll set the vehicle down and out back.
Yeah, there's you might have to park in the street and then walk through the alleyway, because I don't actually know the side street, because I don't actually know if there's enough room to park.
Right.
Well, we also have the
Means we're
sniper
gonna need
with
a couple
us.
of people to stay with the car.
Zena would already probably be at the car at the very least, considering we have a sniper. If you want a second person there, I can stay behind. Or we have the Badger. I don't know how many people you want at the car. Though the Badger
We can
doesn't
probably
have
leave
range.
Zena and Nur if you two are okay with that. As she looks at the two of them.
There we go. I have my pistol. And my crowbar. I can hang out here. And I'll cover anything long range, though I'll try not to shoot, because that'll draw a lot of attention.
Yeah.
I also guess I'll try to keep out for anyone still alive. But at this point, I don't know. I don't know how many people are left.
I think at this point most of them are one, maybe two people barely surviving.
So yeah, Zena and Ner can hang out at the car. Ner does have his gun, luckily. He does have a pistol.
Yeah.
He just prefers the crowbar because saving ammo, because he doesn't have access to the armory.
That's fair.
As far as he cares, he has the bullets he has left.
That's fair.
She would ask him what kind of ammo he uses.
Standard. Standard for a handgun.
She'd give him a box of ammo.
Hell yeah, so she just kind of just tosses him like 30 bullets. Like a box of 30 bullets.
Yeah.
He'd look at it and then just immediately, like, it's the most just like, bullets. And just pulls the bag out, loads a couple into it, and then puts it back in.
She would also give him, and these I'm going to be specific about.
Huh.
She would give him 20 full metal jacket.
Hell yeah.
So just
He'd keep those.
those are difficult to find.
Yeah. I'm not using those yet unless I have to.
Yeah.
So yeah. Ozumi is going to wait. She's gonna wander with, I'm assuming, Iva and Chi.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
She's gonna wander for the door and hope to God that the door is unlocked.
Let's hope.
She'd get there, and you'd hear her go, okay, that's a start. The lock at least turns. Dink. There's a layer of ice.
There it
Is there any special knock you used to use with your dad?
Hmm?
Is there any special knock you used to use with your dad? Some little pattern that the two of you...
I'll roll. I'll roll to see.
Or the rhythm of a favorite song?
I know. I can try one of the rhythms. I know there's a rhythm that he likes. Yeah, I can try that. Performance. Okay. Perception. She would do a quiet but set series of knocks
Mm-hmm.
onto the metal door. I want to mention it was like, oh, the door unlocks. Oh, the handle turns. Dink. Yeah, there it is. Door just doesn't fucking move. She would hear, you guys would hear, silence for a bit. And then you would hear, like, cracking coming from the other side of the door. As the door opens. And to prelude this, I can say this, all the ice shards from that door that had been blocking it are now floating in the air like icicle spears.
Okay.
As you can tell, it's one of those like, oh yeah, no, you had to fight several people probably at this point.
She takes a step back, sets Ozumi,
Ozumi would have been at the door, luckily.
just takes a step back, hands out to the sides.
As you'd be looking at this guy.
We're looking
Ooh, fluffy.
at a man, first of all. I'll have you know. We're looking at a... we're looking at a dude,
Oh my
with kind of,
god,
like,
there is
long white...
ice in his tails.
Is that? Oh yeah, it is. Long white hair that kind of like goes down to the chest. It's kind of messy for obvious reasons. Gee, I wonder why. He has like a black like undershirt with like a heavy white puffer jacket essentially. And then like black think of like black cyberpunk streetwear pants essentially is the best way to put that. I actually have a pair of pants very similar to that. It's technically street tech, is what it's called. But black street tech pants, essentially. Basically the type of pants they puff out at the beginning bits, but then around the ankles they basically suck in. And he's got some white sneakers.
They're also called parachute pants.
Yeah, that too. Besides that, he does have like, it looks like he's taken some like grayish cloth and he's like tied it around his waist as like a belt, which is completely fair. That is a fashion sense. That is a form of fashion that people do. He's got two big old white tails that are about the length of his height, from what it looks like. It looks like one slightly longer than the other, but that could also just be the fur has grown out more than the other one. But yeah, he's got a big old jacket. That jacket goes down to his like, it looks like almost down to his ankles. Like it's a fairly long jacket. Which is fair, because considering he was a butcher and he probably had to go into, like, a freezer a bunch to, like, you know, make sure, you know, check on his meat, keep it frozen, that sort of thing. You don't want to be down there with just, you know, with a, like, short sleeve shirt and nothing else. Like, you don't want that.
Yeah, you guys would see, by the way, also, I can say this, when he opens the door, there is a near oppressive amount of cold that comes out of that fucking room.
Yeah.
As you can tell, it was like, oh, you're in Sub-Zero in that. Okay.
She is standing there shaking with her hands out to the side, just like.
That feels
You'd
nice.
see. Yeah, I'll also mention he does have, one of his hands has, like, his right hand that he has up has ice shards floating around it, and there is, like, active, like, almost this, like the dry ice fog that you see?
Yeah.
There's, like, a ball of that is formed into his hand, as there is also these giant slabs of ice that have broken apart around him to form spikes. As it's the thing of, he heard the knock at the door and probably just pulled the fucking wall panel of ice off, like, alright, I'm gonna open the door, and if it ain't who I'm hoping it is, they're fucking dead.
She just looks very cold.
As you would just hear Ozumi go, hi, Dad. And he takes a step forward, drops the ice, and hugs her.
That's
As
fair.
there's that genuine look of, oh, thank God you're alive.
Fair reaction. Gotta be real.
He's sitting there, like, you probably get the idea that when this whole thing went down, he probably sat there and went, she is in a heavily crowded area. The odds she is alive are minuscule. I'm not even gonna bother going over there.
Yeah. Yeah.
She would just very quietly, you don't happen to have a jacket, babe.
You wouldn't happen to have a jacket, would you?
I have one in
She
the
has
library.
very short fur.
Yeah. You'd see him essentially just, yeah, right. He'd pull off his jacket and then and essentially, like, flick his hand and, like, some ice would launch it towards you.
She just grabs it, puts it on, and just, thank you. I'm not built for cold.
Yeah, by the way, he's now just standing in the Sub-Zero in a short sleeve shirt.
Probably comfortable as all hell.
Luckily, he's an Arctic kitsune. They're kind of used to the cold. They're good and cold. He'll go, right, okay,
Thank you, sir.
Hi. Oh,
I
it's
guess-
you. Hi, remember me, you regular.
Hi, Iva.
Hi.
Right, okay, I can, if you would like to come in, I can make it less cold. I've realized that the cold doesn't affect the creatures as much, but it helps me deal with the psychos.
Your cold is actually quite useful in another thing.
Come on in. Better we not talk out here and draw more people.
She walks in. This coat is dragging along the ground.
Yeah, no. You'd see, and this would also, you would see him shut the door, and then touch the ice and drag his hand as ice sheet just recovers the door.
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
I am a healer.
Yeah.
I cannot contend with this.
You guys are seeing the difference between people who are just awakening their mana and people who used it for daily life.
Yep.
And also the difference between combative and non-combative.
Yeah, but support and mana goes hard.
Hey,
yeah.
listen, my mana
Support
goes
mana
hard.
goes fucking hard.
My mana's called bullets.
Yeah, your mana called aimbot.
Yeah.
With your fucking aimbot mana.
There's something
yeah.
to Iva. You cannot tell me otherwise.
The passive effect, when when you do a flurry, you'll land a hit, apparently.
Dude, listen. She was just a part of phase. You gotta understand.
We are only seeing first form of Iva. She hasn't evolved yet.
Dude, just wait. Just wait until she goes Super Saiyan.
Bullshit. Alright, yeah, but he would just, you would see him, kind of bring his two hands together and just spin, as there would be a slight pulse coming off of him, which kind of creates a small aura around him, about 10 feet, that would essentially increase the temperature.
Oh, thank goodness.
Because what he is essentially doing, I will explain, is essentially he is pulling all the cold air, or all the cold, into him, which is causing there to be heat. Because that's how fucking temperature works.
Yep.
He just sits there and just, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Well, best we can talk here quickly. Right, okay. I need to get my mind in order now. Okay.
Yeah.
She would actually take the time, now that it's slightly warmer and they're somewhere safe.
Yeah.
She's going to give a full once-over of Ozumi. A full check, just like, okay, are you injured other than just being thirsty and hungry?
Yeah.
Is there anything else wrong?
That'd be good.
I will double check. Where'd it go?
Because you really couldn't check before because you were the one having to drive.
Correct. That is in fact the case. Problem. Healer was the one driving.
Okay, yeah, no. You would discover that she is basically fine, other than probably like a couple scrapes from having to, or like a bruise from probably hitting her back on the bed frame when being underneath it.
Yeah.
Other than like small things like that, no, not really. She's basically fine. She didn't really get hit, which is also probably partially the reason why she's alive.
Yeah.
Okay, other than some bruising, you're fine. I do recommend you find something to eat and something to drink right now.
You see the fucking butcher.
Because that little jelly that I gave you isn't going to do much.
He walks away for all of 5 seconds and then walks back over with fucking food. And ice water, because that's literally...
Yeah, that's fair.
Man can kind of create water. It's really... He's just... Y'all won't run out of water so long as he's alive.
She would sit there and make sure she eats and is properly hydrated.
Yeah. No, like, yeah. You can tell he's looking at her, and you can tell now he's staring at those runes and the magic symbols, the frost symbols on her, and he's just sitting there like, ah.
Do you know anything about those? We've had a few mana users. We've been holed up in the library, and we just found her because Evru had heard her up there. Got her up with the hover car, so we were able to just kind of go up to her window, get her out of there pretty quickly. But haven't seen anyone that has mana with those sigils.
Okay, that... Huh.
And while I have mana, it's purely for healing. I've never seen anything like this.
You would see him sit there, and as you just start hearing just like, so it worked.
I'm sorry?
What was the plan?
A theory I had.
Mm-hmm.
Right, okay.
I'm
I've been
listening.
one. I'm a person who, as you can tell, probably at least bare minimum, has invested heavily into my mana.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, I believe that's an understatement.
Quite possibly. But he
The military person. Very politely. We call bullshit.
I want to mention, this is a genuine... You have seen military-trained fucking people with mana who didn't use it in daily life. They simply trained with it, and they are less effective than this man. Because he just used it for daily existence.
She would legitimately just sit there and just, sir, I know military personnel who are not nearly as capable as you are, and they train daily with it.
Well, I had a theory on something that I could do back when Ozumi was young. It cried. It was something that was forgotten. Probably, well, hidden, I should say. Correct.
The mic did not pick up on you at all, by the way.
You need to come back to
Sorry, I'm setting up a batch of tea. I will be back over there in a second.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I just don't know what she said at all.
Yeah, you're gonna have to re-say what you said.
She said there's a lot of things that have been hidden, sir.
Oh, okay.
Hell yeah. He would sit there and he'd go, well, back when Ozumi was young, I had a theory. There was a way to protect people that mana users used to do by imbuing part of their own mana into someone else through runes.
Mm-hmm.
Essentially sacrificing a bit of their own strength to give it to that person.
So this would be your magic then?
Partially. The runes are mine, I think. It's actually what I think it is. I have lost probably 20-something% of my power, probably. At least. And she has about that. She has that amount of extra power, except it's mine, which is a lot more expertise in ice magic. So she has access to capabilities that a novice wouldn't.
Alright.
But if I was to die, I do believe those runes would absorb the rest of my ability. Netting it that she could become far more powerful than me.
Let's not look into that theory as of yet.
I didn't even think it would work. I tried it out of curiosity.
I'd rather not test that theory as, with all due respect.
It requires me being dead.
Yes, and I don't want to wish that on anybody.
Maybe
Yeah.
don't.
If we ever get a defibrillator,
Just because-
technically we could let you die for a few seconds to see if something happens and then bring you back.
No, Iva.
I'm just saying, just to test out the theory.
Iva.
I'm just saying.
Iva, believe me, I know from personal experience, a person dying changes them.
Yes, me too.
Well, in any case, I don't intend to die, but if I am to, at least my capabilities won't go to waste.
Of course.
However, this also means I can open up the bunker. The what?
Bunker?
The Ozumi hits the hardest. The what?
Think about it. He's a theorist. Except he's a different type of theorist from me. You're a doomsday prepper, aren't you?
I never trusted shit.
Oh, trust me, me neither. I just didn't prep.
Right. We're gonna have a lot of fun trying to get everything back to the library.
You're not getting everything back. Ozumi says that. She sits there. Do you see that look of, I know my dad well enough?
Right.
It might be a trip or two.
It'd have to be a trip, waiting a few days and then coming back.
Yeah.
So you would see him walk over to an area that's closer to the door, and ironically, it's not in the back or anywhere like that. You would see him pull like a table out of the way, like one of those. It's one of those like tables that hangs off the wall.
Mm-hmm.
You could set shit on and then prep everything.
Mm-hmm.
He flips that up, hooks it, and then unfreezes the floor underneath it. And there is hatch in the floor.
What sort of stuff do you have?
He would go, ranging from forgotten documents, information on things that have been hidden or blacklisted by the military.
And you never shared with me?
Iva.
What?
Not yet. I wanted to keep my things secret until something happened.
Oh, no, I understand that. I have a bunch in the library, too. You never went in there, but there's a bunch of stuff over there.
That's fair. I have some potions that I got from a hermit, that restore mana.
Oh?
Yes, I've been saving those in case of dire need. I didn't ever think I'd need them, but in case someone else did.
Her ears perk up.
Yeah, it's like the thing that would be good for you and also good for the kid with fire.
She would just... Quite frankly, that would be good for one of the others that we've got in our group. He just awoken with fire mana. Not very well trained in it yet.
That needs to be corrected. Ice at least has limited destructive capabilities, but fire can get out of hand very quickly.
Well, unfortunately, I'm not exactly one who can train an elemental.
I can do what I can. I just have to essentially invert my teachings, weirdly enough. Ice requires you to be calm. Fire tends to want you to be emotional.
And healing requires you to be focused.
Everett can do something. I just don't know what. But she does have some type of mana she messes with, I think. Or it's just outright magic she's been pulling. I don't know. Some book she's been reading.
Oh no.
I think we need to talk to Everett.
I talked to her a while back. I told her to read more of the books and to get them to me if she could. But she has to remember what books she read to begin with, which is kind of the bigger problem. Her memory isn't exactly good. Somewhere in the library, though. I just don't know which ones she read. There's a bunch of mana-based books that I have scattered in there that I hid away so the government wouldn't take them. I just don't know which one she read, which is the thing. But she figured some things out, apparently.
I should also introduce myself. Whoa, Ryu.
Children.
You already know
And
me.
yes, yes, I am part of the military, however. I am not from the base here. That seems to be a major factor in people hating or liking me.
Yes.
Suddenly, I hate you significantly less.
I'm from... And she'd say the name of her base.
Yeah, which is like a good, like, day travel, like a good, like, 3/4 day travel by, like, helicopter, effectively.
Yeah.
So it's a decent trip away.
Yeah, she would just... I'm from this base here.
Okay, no, those people are fine. Okay.
I'm purely a medic. I have weapons because I have to. I heal people.
Shooting's fun.
Overdose.
I don't understand this one. There's something off with her. I don't.
I'm just a librarian.
You cannot just tell me. You cannot sit there and tell me you are just a librarian.
I'm just a librarian. That's just about it. Everyday things. Every librarian should know how to use a gun.
I mean, it's no different than me saying a butcher should know how to use ice magic.
Well, I mean, for you, it seems kind of obvious. Butcher dealing with meats, the colder everything is, the more fresh it stays.
Exactly, and the gun keeps the tourists away. Also, that one guy
Respectable.
I really don't
All
like.
right. The butcher going, no, I understand that.
She just sitting there like, what?
The gun keeps the tourists away. Okay. What you mean?
Why the
Okay.
tourists?
Oh man, but yeah, he had mentioned he would go, and I do have one other thing that I've made a point of not messing with.
Oh?
Yeah, I might have something that might give us a clue into what the fuck is actually going on. Because I had a friend who was up, I don't know what happened to them, because I haven't been able to contact them in a while, so that makes me pretty sure they're dead. Or they got something happened to them. But they sent me. They essentially got access to some things that the military had hidden, and it connects to the other world they discovered.
Yeah?
Is it the one that the gem was pulled from? The massive shard?
Yes.
Of course.
I have a small blue shard.
Oh?
I haven't messed with it for fear of causing something to myself or those around me.
I would love to see
But
it.
now I don't know. Yeah. Well, I need to get that. Hold on. He turned, grabbed the fucking handle, open it, and there's just stairs going down into the abyss.
Lovely.
She just turns to Ozumi and just... Huh, your dad has a lot of secrets.
I doubt that's the only one.
Yeah, same.
Knowledge.
Yeah?
She just turns to Iva.
The 8-foot-tall Lupin is skipping. This is a field trip for
People
her.
call me weird.
Oh god. You gave her.
I always thought it was
You said I have a shard that the military should have. Oh really? Show.
And people call Chi weird.
Yeah, as Ryu would head down, and luckily the stairwell is semi-tall, so
Yay.
Iva isn't breaking her head.
Grand.
Or neck, having to duck.
She isn't sure if she'll actually be able to go down these stairs because they might be too steep.
No, they're good. They're good.
You miss one step,
Barely.
you are going down tumbling like a tumbleweed.
Huh?
Question.
Huh?
How tall is Ryu?
Ryu,
Ryu, whatever.
Ryu is a menacing. His daughter is a whopping 4'2". He is a terrifying 4'11".
Okay, so he's not that much taller than.
No.
He's only about a foot taller. Okay, so he is small.
Yeah. Again, it's kitsunes. They don't get that big.
Okay, so she's fine going down the stairs then.
Yeah. He made them tall. He made the entranceway taller, not for himself, but for others, in case he had someone like Iva.
Okay, so the jacket's not dragging as bad as I thought it would be. Just slightly.
So, yeah.
Yeah. And we just follow.
Anyway.
Yes. As brain, please.
Yeah.
Work. Thank you.
Yeah.
It would he would head down into this down the stairs, and then it would get to a locked door that you'd pull out a key and unlock it. Cool. He opens it. It enters a short hallway to a different door with a different lock.
Oh boy.
Ah!
Sounds about right for what we're dealing with.
I present to you a second door. I really wanted to do that to a rogue who tried to break into something. It's like, you lock the door, you pick the lock. All right, there's a second door with a different lock.
Oh god. Could have done that to Usagi. Dude.
But for this lock, this is something the lock would seem a bit weird.
Yeah.
And because of it doesn't have like a keyhole or anything.
Uh-huh.
You would see him place his hand on where the lock, on like the little circle where the lock would be, and you would see him freeze it, and then you would hear the click. He's basically he has a temperature lock. Where the lock needs to get to a certain temperature for it to unlock. Meaning, if he and Ozumi die, y'all can't get into this area.
Gotcha. Unless we get Sosho to go crazy and make some stuff.
Dude, Sosho's like, I got the temperature inverter 9000. It kills you, him, but the door's open.
Sosho, who's like not even anywhere near there. He's like at the base when we're doing this. For some reason, just dies. He just falls on the floor dead. Don't ask why he connected it to his soul. He thought it was a genius idea.
It will never run out of power, for my soul is electric.
Sosho would. It would. That's the thing about it too, though, is that he would.
Yeah, it's not out of character. It's not.
It's not.
Is it crazy? Yes. Is it feasible? Unfortunately.
Is it Sosho? Yes.
I'm sorry, I love when characters become their own benchmark for something.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, we have a locked door. Sosho, what's your plan? 7 batteries. Fucking what?
Oh,
They'll
God.
never open the door.
They never will. You are correct on
Their
that.
heart will stop upon touching the metal.
Oh, God.
We can't talk about how careful he had to be, by the way, to disarm that bitch.
Oh, yeah. You have to be damn careful for that.
He touches the he just opens the handle. Is everything okay down there?
Yeah, no, he would be
Anyways.
fucking dead. Anybody would have been.
He would open the door, and y'all would be able to head into this area. As you guys would find, actually a very well taken care of area. There's some dust, obviously.
Obviously.
Yeah.
But you've got notebooks, like you've got like little like notebooks of like written down notes, like different notebooks on different shelves. Different stacks of newspapers or articles on different stacks on different shelves with different labels underneath them.
Yeah.
Most of them being like it's the date as the label.
Yeah.
So you've got things being dated different times. Like there isn't the whole fucking conspiracy board thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know the meme?
Yeah, I do.
There isn't that. But honestly, he doesn't need that because he's got this round table in the middle that also has all that shit.
There it is.
Yeah.
You know what sucks though? It ain't a conspiracy. He's just kind of right.
Yeah. Yep.
He would rifle through some of his things, pulling out a couple papers that he did have a couple friends in the military that acted as essentially they called out shit that was wrong and they sent it to him just as a sort of like just so somebody has the information about what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
Because they knew he'd keep it secret. But he'd also document everything. So if everything went south at some point, and they were like, it wasn't us, he can sit there and be like, you want to fucking bet? I have every amount of evidence to disprove that.
Honestly, she would be sitting there looking through, because with all of this information, her brain would immediately go to red.
Yeah, that's not a bad thing. Would she
Trying
ask,
to see if there's anything on when he would have been arrested.
do you ask about it?
She would just, Rue,
Hmm.
I have a question.
I hopefully have an answer.
A while ago, there was a man arrested for what could only be described as a brutal bloodbath.
Oh, the massacre in the hangar bay.
Yes. Do you have anything on him?
Yes.
Could you show me that, please?
Yeah, I have actually a report folder from one of the officers in charge of it because he was my friend. I say was because he suddenly went missing.
Oh, he's with us. Or at least the man that was a part of the massacre. At least we think. Theoretically.
Her ears go back.
Oh, you...
I wasn't gonna tell him that
You should have
yet,
told me.
Iva.
You didn't communicate anything. I know him. He's a good friend. Communication.
I'm trying to figure out what kind of a person I was tasked with keeping an eye on.
That's fair.
I am a librarian. You gotta tell me. I'm not going to pick up on that. I am a civilian. I don't think like you.
She hadn't said anything about him specifically.
She was just trying to reassure that, hey, he is alive to the person. That's really it. As far as she cares, this is a friend.
The best thing when y'all are players together, because it's either your characters see eye to eye, or there is like a fucking
Oh yeah.
It's an atomic bomb.
Yeah.
just a visionary gaze, just like, oh man, I don't think you could have missed more if you tried. Like,
Not what she was going for. She's trying to find information that isn't redacted.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's why she was like, yeah, we obviously gotta communicate. I'm gonna let this person know, hey, he's alive at least.
She didn't know they were gonna find this information. How was she supposed to communicate?
I don't know. I mean, like, it's that weird thing of, like, you can't expect her not to be able to, like, not to think, oh, I shouldn't say X, Y, and Z to the person that is my friend. That has been mentioned that this is someone she does know. It's a two-way thing. It's like, I understand not being able to communicate, but also, like, you can't expect her not to expect that you're willing to keep it dead silent either. That's how normal conversation goes.
Yeah, but at the same time, most people don't just blurt out, hey, we've got this person who committed that atrocity.
There's no guarantee.
I mean, it's that thing of, the way I was very blunt, she's very direct, like me, as a human being. If she thinks that there is something that connects to X, Y, and Z, and there is another person who is as into the theories as her, she's going to put it out to the person. Because if anyone's going to be able to connect the dots, it's going to be this guy. Because he is... Like, we can get a rifle as much as we want through his info, but there's going to be stuff that he may not have directly on hand that he may know in his head.
He'd sit there. Okay, so... God, I love you two as players together, because it's so much fun to watch the atomic whiff of...
It's either we're on the same page, same word, same everything, same letter.
Yep.
Down to the stroke of the letter.
Or
I'm at the front, he's at the back.
Yep.
You're reading a book, he's reading a manga.
I'm reading a novel, he's reading a leaflet.
Hold on, everyone. I saw this one in the newspaper one time.
You've got a novel, he's got the Spark Notes.
That's why I said leaflet.
Spark Notes. He would just go,
What
right,
a novel. He's got a business card.
Okay, I'm so sorry. The craziest side tangent that just came to mind when you said that. Remember way back, and I'm sorry, this is such a big one. It will be very fast though. Way back in Remen Harbor, do you remember the Argonian bard pirate dude y'all fought?
Yeah.
Way back, there was an option where instead of meeting him on the shore, y'all could have actually went to his ship. Because there was, like, a fight that y'all chose to avoid, like, shortly after Halimar. Like, the first fight with Halimar. Where there was, like, a really loud ship. That was his ship. Funny thing about it, I was hoping y'all would go to him. If you guys had done that, you would have actually made an ally of the dude. I made a business card by hand for him. He had a business card. He had this whole thing. Like... You all would have had an ally, like an alliance with a literal drug dealer, essentially. Like, he had his own business card and everything. It was going to be this whole bit.
Damn it.
Hold up, I can actually go grab. I'm pretty sure it's somewhere in my old private server when I did planning for Rum and Harbor. Like, it's somewhere floating around there.
Oh my god. Anyway, back to
Cowards.
Frostbite.
Yeah.
Cowards fled. I should have gone alone.
You should have. I mean, it was fair though, because y'all just got your asses handed to each other by like essentially by like your first mini boss. So I understand why.
Back to Frostbite.
Yeah, back to Frostbite. Oh,
Yeah.
I found it.
Ryu is pulling the information on Red.
Yeah, he'd sit there and he goes, alright, the massacre in the hangar bay, what are the redacted notes? So, yeah, there's the non-redacted stuff. Well, mostly.
Her ears perk up at non-redacted.
Oh.
Business card Slick Shady, surname none your business, address boat on the water sometimes, calling card. Call me if you need me or one crack. Just has a picture of this smug ass crocodile. It is the ugliest color of brown physically possible for this car too. Like, it's so bad. Why is the quality so pixelated? I'm showing this a little bit so people can understand. This is where my head was at that day. I sat down and I wrote an entire parody version of Rap God for this motherfucker. For every time he did another version of Vicious Mockery, he would do another verse of it. It was atrocious. I spent so much time on this stupid Argonian. It's like, it's not even like a good, like, it's really close to copyright type of levels of like parody. Like, he swaps out.
Nits.
Yeah. Sorry.
Nits.
Yeah.
You're fucking amazing and I love you for it.
Thank you. Like, literally, I changed up, like, slightly, like, round one, apparently, the first time he was going to use Vicious Mockery was, his palms are heavy, knees weak, arms are sweaty, there's vomit on his sweater already, Papa's machete. Like, just slightly different. Like, the second one, like, he's nervous, but on the surface, he looks warm and fleshy. Like,
that is not Rap God.
Yeah, no, I took Rap God, and then I made it bad.
No, like, that wasn't Rap God. That was
Was it
the
not Rap
song.
God? Oh, fuck. I knew it was an Eminem song, I know that.
Anyways,
I know
moving
what
on.
song that is, I just can't remember the name.
I don't care. We're moving on.
Slick Shady, everybody. Not Slim Shady, Slick
What's gonna
Shady.
fucking be?
Sorry. Anyway, yes. To that file.
Right, I gotta remember.
Hanger file.
Yeah, I gotta remember the lore.
Oh.
Because I had it in my head, and then we got so derailed, I forgot. It's okay. He would, right, okay, here you go. That's still partially redacted. How did they redact that? I don't, okay, whatever. Actually, no, I know how. It's because he had to submit the report, and then it got redacted, and then he was able to send it to me. Agony. Okay, well, here's most of it. At least the important bits, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
You would see him. He would go. Right. Okay. So the Hangar Bay incident. Redacted number of members. Oh, right. Yeah, that's redacted. That's redacted. That's redacted. Who the hell was in the hangar? I still don't know who was in there. Yeah, you can actually look through it. It's easier if you just look through it, and I keep trying to find the damn crystal. It's somewhere in here.
She takes the files and starts paging through.
Okay, cool.
I'm definitely just looking
now
at
I
the
can just
freaking
tell.
board thing while I'm waiting for the crystal.
Oh yeah, no, the board has a lot of. You'd realize that hangar bay incident is a corner part of this, of trying to figure out what happened, because what that tells him is it is partially confirmed by this what she is reading. Red, as you know him right now, and you realize they redacted his name.
She would just sit there and just, damn it, they still don't have his name.
No, I don't know his name. I wish I did.
I'm trying to find it.
But it would actually confirm. It would say in there that he was a it does actually confirm that he was a part of the military.
She would just, I was right.
And it was I gotta double check the rankings. I'm sorry. I don't know military stuff.
Remember, it's your own military ranking now. Because we kind of threw that out the window.
Yeah, you right. I still like to know what shit's actually called.
That's fair, that's fair. You have a sergeant running an entire base, so...
Yeah, you're right. Oh, right. No, that was wrong. You right, but oh well.
It's fine. Every military branch is different anyways. You need a moment for pause?
Okay, right, okay, I got it now. It would designate him as the rank of Major Specialist.
Major Specialist.
Which she would know that means that he essentially rarely took orders from anyone.
Okay.
Like, there was no one who taught him shit. He would teach other people how to do shit. And he was a specialist for whatever he was good at. Which, considering his mana, he probably taught people how to use offensive mana. Which also that also means that he was competent enough to lead a team of people to do missions or objectives.
Yeah.
On his own.
I remember the name of the song. It's Lose Yourself.
Yeah, Lose Yourself. Yeah, that checks. That would make sense, because, yeah, lose yourself in the moment. Yeah, that checks.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
So, it would confirm that Red was if this is Red who committed this massacre, which it probably is, it confirms that there was confirmed possibly 28 people found dead in the hangar. However, they're not sure if it was 28 people because of how much they were brutalized. It was stated that they were in there after hours, redacted, i.e. the specialist entered, and then an alarm bell went off, and when security arrived, the on-hand security officers arrived, they found, which they arrived maybe 10 minutes later, just because they had to run.
Yeah.
The 28-ish people were dead with no possibility of resuscitation. Because most of them weren't in one piece.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was stated that the specialist was also found having broken redacted.
They broke something.
That that redacted was using.
So somebody powerful was using something that they don't want getting out.
It was also mentioned that it would apparently that the group of 28 or whatever, it might have been more, of redacted did have, it is also mentioned, and this is also where you get to see the bit of the confusing part of what they were doing was sanctioned. I mean, they were permitted to do it, which then netted that the specialist was charged with insubordination, genocide, and sentenced to death.
Yeah.
And the report would also mention hold on, I gotta find this information. Where did I write it down? I think I wrote it down. I hope I wrote it down. I did, probably. Essentially, it would confirm that the specialist was going to be put on the medication that Tomio says Red is on.
Okay.
Yes. Iva, this is the same person.
So the theory was correct.
Because look at the medication.
I know y'all probably have the name. I didn't write it down, but yeah. I think Anya has it.
I know I have it. Lethivol.
Lethivol.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that would be him. There was right. I'm curious on what they destroyed. Do you imagine the memory might come back with them getting off the medication?
It should.
Well, we might be able to get that
Which we
info
should
soon.
only need to wait a couple of more days.
Juicy.
Granted, it still might take time for memories to come back, but...
Of course, of course. I look forward to the day that does come back. Because I'd like to know.
It would also mention that in the report, when the security... I forgot to mention this, sorry. This would be more shit what she would be able to read after, talking to Iva. It is also mentioned that when the security officer arrived and attempted to detain the specialist, all the specialist started doing was laughing and stated and just basically laughed and stated, "You can't fix it now."
Fix what?
Basically, you can't do it now is basically the specialist, i.e. probably read, knew they'd stopped something that group was trying to do and knew it couldn't be done now. So they didn't care if they were detained. And it would mention that none of the security officers were injured, as the specialist was willingly apprehended. They did not fight once the security officers arrived. And then there would be a couple extra notes from the friend on the paper, or possibly Ryo wrote down a couple years ago, because it's kind of old writing, but essentially denoting whoever the specialist was, basically noting the specialist had intent, completed task, and did not harm any extras.
Okay.
So, proving that. And then the later reports of this specialist, which is now not labeled in other news reports that are put up with this, would be handed to you by,
Yeah.
Right. It denotes that he's a madman. So the story is completely switched, essentially. It's not a military personnel, and it's the crazy man who attacked security hangar bay workers. Hangar bay, people who were working in the hangar, and security officers were attacked. So, the military's proper report and what the military gave to the press are two very fucking different stories.
That would check. The press like drama. They have to get a quick buck somehow.
I have a theory as to what he was trying to destroy.
There could be a few things.
Whether or not I'm correct, I won't know until he gets his memory back.
Sure. On the possibilities of what it could be, the question is what specifically.
What's the one thing everybody was telling the military not to play with?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of things, but I'm guessing you're talking about the mana. The crystals.
Yep.
Yeah.
Crystals.
I'm wondering if they tried using that with something.
I want to mention it. You see him just kind of fucking near fall out of a fucking area. She's like, "Got it. I hid that bitch, and I even forgot where it was."
She would head over to him.
Show.
Dude, it's the most just like... That's how you know it's a good conspiracy hiding.
Oh, yeah.
He hid the shit so well, even he struggled to find that bitch. Because, like, I know it's in here. I just...
Call
She
me a
makes her way
conspiracy
over.
theorist, because I lose my stuff all the time.
My shit cloaks when I drop it. Anya can attest to this.
Yo, dice.
I don't know about cloaking.
Okay, but we still can't find my fidget cube.
You also couldn't find your. There was that one shirt you couldn't find for like months, and then you found it out of nowhere. What was that? There was that. The freaking Jeff the Shark shirt disappeared for like ages.
Yeah.
I knew where that was the entire time. He just never told me he was looking for it.
Brother.
Anyways,
I thought you looked back there.
anyways,
You said you looked back there.
I did.
Obviously not.
Did you just find it? The cube?
Yeah.
In a fucking obvious place.
Yeah.
Brother. I mean, I've been there before with stuff, so I can't really, like... But still.
Anyway.
You found it.
So this
That's what
cube,
matters.
this shard.
Yeah.
So,
Mm-hmm.
you would see him pull out essentially a small wooden box. He'd open it, and you would see him pull out essentially a glass cube. And being held up in the middle of this cube, not touching any of the fucking walls,
Yeah.
is a glowing blue, like almost like deep ice blue shard. But here's the thing. This is the part where I want to describe this to understand how weird this fucking rock is.
Mm-hmm.
It looks metallic, but it's shining like a gemstone.
She would just very carefully take the cube.
Yeah.
That thing of literally just her claws.
Yeah, that's how he was holding it.
And she would just... What?
Interesting. Just out of curiosity, like, just the hand being near, is there any, like, temperature shift from this thing?
From your claws, it's weird. This is another thing that she gets to see that's very, very weird. The box feels cold, but there's no condensation on it.
Does it have any kind of effect on her claw?
She would... There doesn't seem to be much of an effect other than her hand getting slightly cold.
Okay,
But
so
also-
she'd be able to feel the temperature difference through her claw.
Yeah, I would say this. It also likely... Because I should mention, this isn't a big shard. Again, that's why it's called a shard. It's not huge. But the weird thing that they would be able to tell is it looks like it might have been a part of, like, a cylinder.
A cylinder?
Like, almost... Not a cylinder. Almost like... It almost looks like...
A sphere?
No, Yeah, no, cylinder is about the best word I can give it. It looks like it would almost loop. I can't say much about this one.
Just like a circle?
No, it was like an oval.
Like an
Ah,
arch.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
like Oh, I know it. Like a chain link. Does that make sense?
Oh!
Yeah.
Okay.
So it kind of has one of those little vibes. It looks like it looks like it's like the start of one of those. But it's tiny.
Tiny chain.
It looks metallic, but shines like a gemstone. It also has internal glowing coming off of it. Of like stored up energy.
Hey,
Okay.
Chi, you're one with Arcana. Would you want to try and, I guess, look into it, feel it out. Obviously, don't touch it, but you know.
I
Try and
can
get an
try.
understanding.
I don't know if my mana will allow me to look into something like this.
Full transparency, I've been afraid to look into it due to my mana.
Yeah.
Due to my mana being cold and that thing seeming to give off cold energy, I'm afraid that if I mess with it, it might affect me easier than someone else.
I have absolutely no mana. Do you think that might be safer than Chi, who has some form of mana?
I don't know that you'd be able to get any proper information off of this.
Yeah,
That's
that's kind of why I was throwing you out originally, but there is that as well. I
Our
don't know.
best option eventually would be Silas, but he doesn't have enough control.
No.
is that the boy with fire?
Yes.
I can confirm that yes, he'd probably be the best bet. Unfortunately, as you've already stated, he's not strong.
He literally just awakened his mana.
Oh no.
He's
Yeah.
already knocked himself out from overuse.
Oh, okay, then he'll get stronger faster.
He will, it's just that thing of his body still needs time to recover before he can do anything again.
I hate to say it, but weirdly enough, knocking himself out is the best way to train. It forces his body to adapt.
The bear method.
I'm going to roll Arcana.
Granted, if he kills himself doing it, that's a different problem.
Oh my god, that's actually good for Arcana.
Oh my goodness!
That is a natural 18.
Nice.
And you're...
Which puts her at a dirty 19.
Woohoo!
All right.
Okay,
She does not have proficiency in Arcana.
That's fair.
That was the fuckiest 7 ever she's going to try.
it's one of those weird moments of also because
Because she has had her mana for so fucking long.
mainly due to the fact that your Arcana isn't offensive. You wouldn't have needed to be all that proficient in Arcana to use it. Also, you do a lot of like touch, which is a lot easier than throwing it.
Yeah, it's that thing of for half of her canonical life, she has had her mana.
Hell yeah.
So she's got full control.
Hell yeah. Well, I can say this. She'd get this definitely then. As she'd start messing with the Arcana, and seeing if she can get anything, she would start to detect that she lightly is able to start picking up, because this is also it's the first time in a while she's been like, all right, I need to connect to mana. Oh boy. And like detect the mana around me. Kind of thing. Because you're looking into it, you know?
She is unfortunately taking damage because she's already used both of her mana slots for the day. I don't know if a d12 was accurate for...
It would be 2d8.
It would be 2d8?
Yes, so just roll an additional d8, I guess.
I'll roll the 2d8.
Proper, yeah. You should have just rolled the 1. I was okay with letting you just take.
So there's a trickle of blood from her nose.
Yeah. Since you are using your mana to try and detect it, that will actually let you get more than if you just rolled Arcana. Because again, this is not a very magical world, so just looking into the Arcana is actually kind of hard.
I figured it would require a mana slot to begin with.
Probably for this specific thing, probably yes. For specifically the shards and what they are connected to. As she would start messing with the Arcana, she would start to be able to pick up her own little like flow of mana coming off of her. Which actually, I guess the best way I can describe this is in JJK, people see their cursed energy coming off of them or around them.
Yeah.
For anyone who's seen that, see that for you with your mana. There isn't a ton coming off of you, because again, you're almost tapped for mana, so it's a little thin, but it's there.
It's running very low. She's currently using her life force.
Yeah. She
does not recommend this.
She can see, like, out of the corner of her eye, she can see Ryo, who has a ton of energy coming off of him. Which, even for all the magic, all the, like, arcane he's been using, he doesn't even look like that's touched his abilities yet. Or touched his energy pool. Iva's got... You can't see her, so who knows if Iva has mana or not. Moving on.
I mean, I feel like she would turn to look at Iva just out of curiosity.
There's nothing.
Dude, it's hidden. If there is any, it is as hidden as her backstory.
Dude, if there's mana, it's just as gridlocked as her past. Moving on.
Literally just the quiet, yeah, that makes sense.
Session 45, we might find out.
Why is this gonna go longer than Sandy? Anyway.
I don't know, man.
I do. Anyways, as you would look back at the cube, you would start to notice the almost signal flare type of energy coming off of this cube. As you're seeing like an immense amount of energy compacted into such a tiny shard of energy. Such a tiny shard is outputting probably more than double of Rio. Which is why I pointed out his energy to give as a, like, I'm gonna point this as a point of reference. Is this tiny fuck off rock?
Is it possible? We don't know. Again, we have very limited information on how mana works in this world. But is it possible that it's just straight up crystallized mana brought in a physical form?
That is not an unfair comparison, because again, mana is like air. It's just kind of there. It doesn't have, like, you can solidify it, and it takes up very little space.
Yeah, you can solidify air. There are things about that. Hell, you can solidify light, apparently. Like, that's the thing that's been... No, you can't solidify light. You can slow down light. In fact, stop it completely in its tracks, apparently. There was a test recently done about that.
The best way I can think of to compare the ability to solidify things, dry ice. It is solidified carbon dioxide.
Yeah.
And it sublimates straight into a gas.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying is, like, it would make sense that it's possible to have just straight up solidified or crystallized form of mana. If it's just a straight up beacon, it could just be straight mana. It would explain why it's such an odd metallic yet gemstone-like situation. And it's glowing blue, which is typically kind of one of the colors that are more associated with mana to begin with.
Yep.
I suddenly want to test something. But it would be incredibly stupid right now.
What are you wanting to do?
I want to see if it actually is a mana crystal.
I could eat it.
What if the problem that they were running... Okay, seriously. What if the problem they were running into was that they were testing it on people who didn't have mana?
Yeah.
What if in order to be able to use it, you had to have mana that was already unlocked?
It's possible. Which then, this runs into the question that if this is the case, the ones that are infected, can ones that are monoliths be infected? Or is it the ones that have mana that can be infected? What causes the infection? Obviously, what's been happening is probably due to the crystal, right? So the question comes into the place of which ones are susceptible to being turned into the freaks that we've been seeing. Because there is
those with mana or those without.
Yeah, because there's a lot of people in this world that probably have some mana, but just don't know how to access it. Because we're seeing that now. So that really runs into the question of who's susceptible?
Or the question, another thing I'll throw out there is, who's more susceptible? Because you guys have seen at least one instance. You heard about it. There's only been one currently known instance of a mana user being infected, and that was an engineer who was in the military. He was an electrical mana user. Problem, he got corrupted and fucking apparently absorbed all of the lightning from the generators.
Yep.
Unless it's a difference of how well you can control your mana.
What if it's just straight up just overriding...
Lightning mana in an...
Go for it.
Sorry.
Go for it.
Like, lightning mana in and of itself would be incredibly difficult to control. Even if you've, quote, mastered it, lightning is still...
Lightning.
Yeah, it's chaotic.
You can't tell lightning go here. It'll go everywhere but.
Yeah.
It'll get there. Just how it gets there is its own choice.
The only type of magic that is more chaotic than lightning itself when it comes to magic typically is wild magic itself. And that's because it's straight fey magic. What I was going to put out there...
What? I'm sorry, go ahead.
Let's go.
I was going to say, this is just me thinking outright here, with this going into play here, right? So, technically speaking, if this is the case, there could be a completely different factor that we might not be thinking about. The ones that are the normal everyday variants, those might have been the ones that were monoliths. Those might be the people that had literally no mana, nothing of the sorts, right? So that means that the ones that have the mana might be the ones that are becoming the variants, meaning if we let ones that get infected that have mana, those might be the ones that are more likely to become a bigger problem than the others. Like if, like, let's say, like a monolith, like right now in our current group, like, right now, as far as we know, Iva is monolith. If she is truly monolith, she gets infected, boom, she might just be an everyday, like, freakazoid, right? But if you get, like, let's say you take Chi or you take any of the other ones that you have mana, they might be the ones that actually go and become a bigger problem. It might be a genuine fact that if this thing is just mana crystallized, it might be overcharging their mana systems, which would mean that if that is the case, if the monoliths have no mana, they might be less susceptible to being turned, but that would mean that in turn, most likely, well, actually no, because they would have absolutely no resistance or really capability to deal with mana, like what's been mentioned in the past. I mean, they could be more easily overridden, which is why we would have more of these normal freakazoids. So monoliths would probably be more susceptible in the long run.
Hang on. What if instead of it being those with mana becoming the variants, what if it's the monoliths becoming the variants?
Like awakened, essentially. It's very possible.
Just hear me out.
Yeah.
If you innately have any kind of ability to use mana, your body naturally has that built in, okay, this is what I do.
We can actually test this. And I don't mean, hold up. Don't get mad at me.
If you're completely monoliths,
yeah.
If you're completely monolith, you have no idea how to control it. You can't control it.
Yeah.
It will do whatever the fuck it wants to.
We actually have a way to get an answer to this without, like, sacrifice. Like, actually. Because, like, what's been mentioned, the electrician guy, right? You can call your boss. All you gotta ask him is one question. If we can get a hold of him, or if we have to drive down there, we can just ask him when we meet up with him, and hopefully he's still alive. It's the simple question: the guy that took out the power, did he have mana? Because obviously the military would probably know, right? Because they obviously were monopolizing the mana people, and they obviously cared. So they would know.
There is straight up there is straight up the possibility that she might know exactly who that is. She just needs the name.
Yeah, we just need the name. And worst scenario, even if you don't know the name, we have, and like, let's say, like, we get the name, you don't know who it is, and your boss isn't sure, we have Caviar. That's not his name. Carlos. No, hold up. Kylo. We have Kylo who can just look into it. We have Caviar, guys.
Dude, I'm sorry. It fills me with... It's such a rare thing for me to actually see this happen. Because I have a nasty tendency of spelling shit out for people.
Yes.
I have handed y'all nothing but a couple breadcrumbs and a brick. And I said, figure it out.
You handed us a crystal.
This is the type of stuff that I like, though. I don't get to do it very often, but...
I have to have the right type of campaign to be able to leave such a mystery.
No, that's fair. That's fair. Oh, man.
Iva would genuinely... Iva. Fuck. She would genuinely just sit there for a second. They switch places for a second.
Dude, it is the most terrifying polymorph of your life. Like, that is the lankiest limb stretching and then shrinking, like, within seconds. Here, let me turn you to a freaking cryptid for half a second. All right, go back. We don't want to see that. Go back.
That horrifying thought out of the way.
It's like a daddy.
Horrifying thought out of the way.
Dude, it's just Chi, but
She
daddy
would
long
genuinely...
legs.
No.
It's the fucking stick bug Chi.
She would actually walk back up from the bunker because she doesn't actually know if she'll get any kind of reception downstairs.
Yeah.
She's actually going to call her superior officer and try to find out the name.
Oh my god, okay.
Because the reason is, with the fact that he was an electrical engineer, she would constantly have been sent there because people are constantly getting electrocuted. She would know them.
Okay, so you guys, Okay, I know so
she just needs to know the name.
Okay, so real quick, just run this quickly by me again. What are the theories y'all have right now? Because I need to double check. I know, because there's a lot of different theories. I technically know which one's right, but I just need to hear them one more time of what theories are what.
Okay. Nitz's original theory was, what if those with mana are the ones that are becoming the mutated?
The variants, yeah.
My counter theory, what if those who are mana-less are becoming the mutated?
There is also the theory of just the crystal most likely overcharging the mana pool, which is what's causing the infection to begin with. Because it's a lot of condensed mana into a tiny rock. Imagine how much they pulled from that one bit that was mentioned in the article. We don't know if they grabbed more. You know how easy it would be for something like that to overcharge the mana pool?
Imagine you got a full one that wasn't like a tiny shard.
Uh-huh.
She desperately needs to call her superior officer. She would just, I'll be right back down. I need to go make a call.
Oh, God.
Have fun.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep looking through files.
Yep.
See if you can find out anything more.
Oh, trust me, I will. I'm in heaven.
Yes, I know, that's the problem.
Damn.
Oh, God.
Anyway.
You head up. You call your superior. Let me see, does he pick up?
Please pick up, please pick up.
Okay, how many times are you gonna call him?
As many as it takes.
Okay.
If he doesn't answer by the 5th call, then wait until later on in the evening. Because this is a crucially important bit.
Yeah, okay, so it'd be the 4th call.
Damn!
She gets through the full set of rings 3 times.
Come on, sir. Pick up.
Click. Motherfucker, pick up the damn
Damn it, Sergeant! Pushes speed dial. Because she 100% has him on speed dial.
Yeah. Alright, well, you would hear it ring, it rings. It's on its last ring.
Her tail is flicking.
And then you hear it get picked up. And you just hear, huh? Yes.
Bad fucking time, sir.
Sorry, was dealing with other things. Yes, what is it?
The engineer who was turned. What was his name?
Oh god, let me think. I remember it was... I know, that was the other guy.
You got this.
Tazon, that was his name.
Belson?
Tazon. Lieutenant Tazon.
Me as player. Please spell that out.
Yeah, I got you. Tazon, yeah.
She just Tazon.
She would remember. I can actually give you some information. He was the one that was corrupted. She'd remember and it would click with her pretty well pretty quickly. He did have mana. Because she did actually have to work with this guy. He was known for having lightning mana, and there was also a thing that if there was ever electrical currents that got out of whack, essentially, he'd walk up and essentially grab the electrical outlet, the electrical wire that's spewing out lightning when it shouldn't, and just essentially absorb it. And just wait until someone could shut off the power so no one else got hurt. He'd essentially figured out his main thing was absorbing energy. And it was known that he also could discharge it back if necessary, but he typically only did that if he was overcharged. So it was a thing of he could absorb some light, absorb some energy, and then he'd put it out to something else. Like something he would do is he would absorb electricity, and then essentially he was capable of like recharging someone's phone without having a wall outlet.
Yeah.
She definitely went to him regularly.
It was also... It would essentially confirm, I will say, Nitz's theory of the variants being the ones who actually understand their mana. Likely.
Okay.
And some of the less, it might be the more advanced variants that are the ones that understand it, and then some of the variants might be people that had mana but didn't know how to use it, and then the basic ones are just people who didn't.
Okay.
I do remember when we had that one freaking crawly creature land on Iva. It was mentioned that it felt cold, if I
Yeah.
remember correctly, and the crystal was said to be cold. So that would make sense. So most likely, if this is like a ice-ish based mana, or it's just raw mana, either way, it would explain a lot. To be fair, but okay. So it might just be overcharging people's mana pools then.
In order to solidify something that's typically just existing, it needs to be cooled down immensely.
It would be mentioned, and he would be able to. Ryu would have been searching for something that you guys would be able to get back. She, when she gets back down. I don't know how she ends that conversation. I don't know. She just says thank you and then clicks.
She would just, thanks, that actually helps out a lot. Keep an eye on anybody else with mana.
We're trying to.
Don't let them get infected.
Right.
Like,
just the thing of how's the infection spread? That's the fucking real question here.
Still gotta figure that out. We know the crystals probably can cause outright infection, most likely.
She would make her way back down and very gently hold out her hand. Just, Iva, take this.
Okay. What am I getting?
Probably the box with the crystal.
The crystal.
Okay. I'll be taking this. Thank you. Just an idea that just came to my mind literally just now, by the way. So, you know. Hypothetically. Right? If the mana is overcharging the bodies, causing the infection, it's safe to assume where does all the extra mana go, right? Which then leads into the question, obviously, of how would someone who makes no contact with the crystal get infected? What if, hypothetically speaking, because of the overflow of mana, these freaks might have a way of injecting the mana directly? It might just be through contact. But what if they have a genuine way of forcing the mana into the other person? Less of an infection and more of just overriding the other person's mana. If the crystal and the mana is using the bodies like conduits to create more mana, like a battery, there would be nothing to stop it unless you have a way to cancel the mana to begin with. Which would mean people who don't have any control over mana or have very little understanding of it would probably not be able to keep it at bay very well. Has anyone we known ever made direct contact with it? I've had contact with one for like half a second, but it wasn't for long. But it was cold.
No, I don't think so.
What if holding on to one for too long or some form of contact? Maybe that's all they need. They have those claws. Maybe that's all they need is just get enough of an opening. Create some type of injury, opening within the body.
You guys would know about the lady who got her shoulder ripped open. The lady who was with Jaro.
Is that the one that's still alive? I'm trying to remember. There's been a lot of injuries.
Yeah, they're both alive. They're both just they've been incapacitated because it's only the next day.
Hey, Chi. We have the injured one. When we get back, we should check. We might have a problem. Oh, fuck. We might have a problem. We should wrap this up.
Actually, I'm going to write something.
I don't know what you said.
I've got to answer a thing. I got a DM.
Oh, okay. Huh. You want me to pause for half a second?
Maybe.
Okay. Alright, we're back.
Hi.
Hi.
I had to answer DMs from Anya, so then I just kind of muted and was like, I'm gonna answer
Fair.
talkingly because it's faster. Yes, you Iva and them would I know a Bearman would remember about Jaro, the lady with the who had used the like hexagonal gauntlets to like force had her shoulder ripped open in a bite, and the other one who had
She had her abdomen ripped open.
she had her abdomen ripped open as well. Yes.
Yeah.
So
All three of them are potential.
also Jaro got slashed up repeatedly, and there was also the equal concern of Mal received a laceration to her side as well.
Yeah. That's the one I'm really worried about.
You have 3 people with essentially laceration style injuries.
One person who was straight up bitten.
One person who was bitten.
No, 2 people who were bitten.
Who else was bit?
The first lady that was already downed when we got there.
Oh, okay.
She was bitten.
Ah. Yeah,
She was bit when we got there. Jaro was bit in the process. The other lady just got slashed to ribbons.
yeah.
And the rest of the injuries have just been slashes.
Yeah, they've been mostly all slashes. Marlo, even though he's like in the worst spot, it's all been from a hammer
Yeah.
and a table. So unless that variant specifically can channel through a hammer, who knows?
But even then, I feel like Chi would have noticed if there was anything.
Yeah, it also isn't known how fast this works. If they are infected, there's no way to tell because it's also only been like 12 hours. Not yet, at least.
Yeah.
There is a problem.
Question
But now
comes
you'll at least.
Question comes into play of how long does it take for these infections to go? Does it vary? Is it different speeds from the people that probably got infected by the crystals compared to people getting infected by another one of these creatures? There's a lot of variables we still don't have information on, which sucks, but something we'll have to learn over time.
Every precaution might not be an overstep. That's what y'all are very quickly now learning.
Yeah.
There is another possibility. What if what turns you is because your body is trying to prevent the mana from getting in?
It's possible.
Your body tries to guard against it. Problem, it can't. That makes it worse.
What happens if you willingly pull the mana in?
Who knows? I mean, I can tell you that the most of the people who've been, I can just say this, everyone who's been getting slashed, basically, one, hasn't had any of this information, so there has been no conscious actions to protect against anything.
Yeah, but I feel like the body would naturally try to prevent anything foreign as far as mana goes.
It depends. If it's a manaless, the body wouldn't be able to do shit. Because it wouldn't know. Because it's just kind of a vacuum that doesn't have anything to pull from.
That's something she wants to test.
Trust me, Ryu wishes he knew all this information. He's hearing questions and he's like, yeah, I know, I wish I knew. But, Ryu would, as you guys will be able to end off, as I'm gonna say, we end off there with all these questions up in the air, as you guys do get some answers. The problem is that answer or two answers have now opened up about 9 different doors of questions.
All right. That being said, good session. We got to end off here. It's time for me to go pass out. I got work tomorrow morning. Thank you all for watching this episode. You can find more stuff like this up on Lost Shipyard. We have the Witch Trials campaign also going on right now. As well as another one that's pretty similar to this type of vibe, specifically from today's session. It's probably more like the Hidden Garden campaign from the Lost Harbor Tavern, because there was kind of some stuff like this in that, if I remember right. It's been a bit. But yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.